everybody, welcome back to another Minecraft survival episode. Today is episode 200. Oh my good golly, episode 200. This is insane. This is absolutely crazy. 200 episodes in. It has been 2.5 years pretty much. 2 years? 2 years of this. This is crazy. We've been on this journey for such a long time, and I'm so happy to be here with all of you. Today we're going to be doing a wonderful world tour. If you guys haven't seen episode 100, that was a world tour. So if you want to go and look at this video and look at that video, you can see the two comparisons. The world looks totally different now, so I'm really excited to show you guys what we've done. But without further ado, let's start our videos off like we do every single week, going over to our dock and fishing up a fish for our kitten, Mittens. We're going to go ahead and catch her favorite raw cod. If we get a raw salmon, she'll have to deal with it, but raw cod is her favorite, so if we could get that just for her special birthday of episode 200, like, this would be amazing. But this is what we do every single episode. We come over to this dock and just get a nice little fish for her, and then we also feed our puppies, which we'll do in a second. If we can get a bite, though, oh my goodness, where are all the fishes? They've went and hid. Ah, it's a puffer fish. That would have been okay, but the only fish that Mittens doesn't like is pufferfish. I don't know why. She just won't eat it. So we're gonna have to catch her another fish. Hopefully we can get something she likes. At least a salmon, right? Am I right? Come on. Oh my gosh, two pufferfish in a row? That is insane. All right, let's see if we can get another one. All right, one more pufferfish. Give us a pufferfish. I mean, we can always go kill that fish over there. He's just Jay chilling. So we could go get him in a second. But let's see if we can fish up anything before we go do that. Anybody? Any takers? Come on. Where's everybody? Where are all the fish? What the heck? Anyways, whoa. Wait, did the fishing rods not show their durability? Oh, well maybe I don't know. I've been changing up the game mode I play on. So maybe it doesn't show the durability because of that anymore, but that's okay. All right, without further ado, let us grab some food for our puppies. We've got 5 little rotten flesh for each of them. This is our doghouse. I'm going to go through everything once we start, but right now we're just going to say I had Jasper, Blue, Joey, Pinky, and Buddy. There we go. And then, of course, we can never forget about our cat, Mittens. All right, so we're going to start with the world tour right now with our very own house. I'm going to try to go fast because there's a lot of stuff to cover, so I'm going to go as fast as I can with still reaching everything. So here is our house. This is Adam Webb's house. This is crazy. This has been here. This is the first house I've ever been in, and it's grown quite a bit. So here is the regular room. This has got all the stuff you need, furnaces and all this jazz. It's got gold and stuff in there. Everything you need is going to be right here. We've even got a jukebox, you know how it goes. And then up here is our bedroom. We sleep here, and I actually keep some fish up here, which I can actually throw that stuff in there too. And then we've got some buried treasure maps that I really don't use anymore, and then we just got an enchantment table just for funsies. But if we head down into our basement, of course, we've got our doghouse, which leads to everybody, which there's also an entrance over here, which is pretty cool. Little doghouse, which is awesome. And if we go down even farther, we enter into our chest room, which is one of my favorite rooms, one of the most used rooms in our world. It's got a ton of struggle boxes in the middle because I've been unpacking since our last trip. But we've got a ton of stuff. It's all sorted wool. I mean, I don't really keep my wool in here because I'll show you where I keep it later. But I've got tools, stone blocks, woods, coal. Here's all of our rares if you want to take a look. Not that many. I actually just used a bunch of our diamonds on something, which I'll show you later. If we head down here, all these chests are full of dirt, and these are full of cobblestone, but not all of them, because I don't have as much cobblestone as I have dirt. But even if you come in here, there's even more dirt. I've got a ton, because I never build with it, and I always mine it. And then we've got regular stone over here. But that is it for our chest rooms. And then if we head over here, we've got a full enchantment table, which goes up to level 30, which we can see here, level 30, which is pretty cool. That's our enchantment room. Then we've got some rare stuff here. I actually wanted to make full sets of armor, but I have not done anything yet. I've just done gold and leather. Then we've got some rare items. We've got an elytra and some music disc, golden apple and stuff. Just some cool stuff that I don't really use, but it's still special, so I keep it in a special place. Next, if we head straight, we have got a brewing room. I don't actually use this that much because I'm not that good at making brewing potions. I don't really use them because I don't really have a need. But if you look over there, there is a dome in the middle of the water, which I will go show you in a minute. But I've got some brewing stands. For every once in a while, I try to brew stuff. I'm not that great, but it does help being able to do that as well. If we go left from our storage room, we enter into this section of the house. And here is a little statue of our very first wooden pickaxe. If we actually look at it, it's barely used. I think I only used it for like 3 blocks to get my stone pickaxe, and then I stopped using that. But that's the real one. That's saved from the very beginning, which is really cool. If we head down here, we've got a disco room that fully works. It's got a jukebox and everything. I wish it lit up and stuff, but it does not, sadly. If we head over here, we've got a big furnace room. I used to use this a fair amount to cook glass and stuff, but not much anymore. As you can see, the ceilings are furnaces, and these are furnaces, and these are lit up, which is pretty cool. If we head down here, we have got a full-fledged movie theater. Here we go. You can just come and sit here. I used to have it darker in here, but it spawned some mobs in there, so it was harder because, of course, mobs spawn in the dark. And it even comes with fresh snacks and everything. You've got your water bottles, and you've got apples, just in case you get hungry or thirsty during the movies, which is awesome. If we head up, and look at this. Every once in a while, you'll find a piece of grass here, here and there, because I believe Endermen are just putting them places, like random places, which is fine. I usually leave them there because, like, why not? Or it's just my world's glitching because it is 2 years old and it's been through a lot of updates. We're playing in 1.17, which is the Caves and Cliffs update, and we started in 1.14, which I believe was Village and Pillage. I'm not sure. But you also come down here. You can find my dog Rascal. He's the one that just sits down here. This is sort of my underground bunker. Which you can come, if you need to escape, you can come here and grab a full set of tools and stuff. And Rascal can also be your attack dog, but I'll give him a piece of meat because he doesn't usually get fed. But there's a secret entrance right here most people don't know about. You can fly through here, through all of this stuff, and it actually brings you out right next to the front of my house, which is just a little thing right here, which is pretty cool. And you can also fly down in here, swim down, and then jump down just like so. It's also another entrance into my house that I don't use that much because I don't really come to this side of the house that often anymore, but you know, it's pretty cool. Before I go any farther, I'm going to go ahead and grab some more food because I'm quite hungry. We're going to grab another stack of steak. I'm using cooked pork chop now, but I'll use steak because I kill a lot of animals over there for various reasons, but I have a lot of food backed up. Now, instead of taking a left, if we take a right from our storage room, we go down here. If we take a left, we are taking an adventure to the underground thing. This is a place where I can expand more, but I haven't yet. There's a hallway that leads all the way over here. The reason why this is stone is because if you actually look down here, there's a cave, which I try to avoid. But this leads you to a ladder, which leads you to an underground dome, which is, there's their brewing room right over there. But this is an underground dome, which is pretty cool. It doesn't have anything in here, but I may put some wildlife or something in here at one point. But it's pretty cool. If we head all the way back, this long hallway, we can get to the rest of our house, which is also pretty cool, which I'll show you in a second. So we head up. So after taking a right from our chest room, if you go down and take another right, we head over to this part of the house, where right here we've got our very own bathroom, which is pretty cool. It's got a toilet and some mirrors. I couldn't really make mirrors very well because I'm not that great. But this is a fully working shower, which is pretty awesome. I believe it works every single time you use it. You can just press it, hop in, bathe off, get all clean, and then shut it off once again. I like it a lot. It works pretty well. I mean, I never use it, but this is a cool room. I really like how this room turned out. The bathroom is pretty cool. That's the only bathroom in the house. So if you want to go to the bathroom, or it's even the only bathroom in the world. So if you want to go to the bathroom, you've got to come here. If you take a right from here, we've got a little baby aquarium that we've got in here. It's just got a few fish that are here and there. I had to get all these in here, but we've got some raw cod and a few salmon in here, which is pretty cool. I like them a lot. It's a blessing that they don't despawn, and I would have to keep putting them in here, but it's awesome that we have this. If we keep going forward, we have got a kitchen with fully automatic lights. You just turn them on and off when you want to come in. But it's got a fridge and a cabinet and little baby cabinets over here. And it's even got a stove for you to cook on if you want, and an island to chop on. But it's pretty cool. I like the lights. This is one of my only redstone abilities, is making lights that work like this. But it's pretty cool. I like it a lot. And if you head down here, we've got a wonderful meditation room. Look at this. It's very, unique. It's underground. It's a nice place. You just come here and sit and take in the environment. Look at this. It's wonderful. It's got lily pads and all this different greenery, which I love. But it's got carrots, which are my favorite, and wheat and flowers and different ores scattered around. I like it a lot. It turned out really well. This is probably one of my best looking builds in the world. I'm really proud of that one. But I think that's everything for our house. So without further ado, we're going to head back up to the surface and continue on with the rest of our world. There's a lot more to show, so get ready for a treat. But before we do that, I'm going to take a sleep because it is nighttime. My world is fully lit with torches, which you will see in a second. But without further ado, let's head outside the front door. There's also a back door, which we'll show you in a bit. But over here, we've got our log station, which keeps wood in here, which I currently don't have any wood. I used to keep it in there, but I guess I just keep it in my house now because it's more organized. This is just a bunch of random blocks from the Nether. When the Nether update came out, I was trying to collect them all, and this is what I came up with. There's a lot more inside my house, but this is just a few of the blocks that I like to look at. If we actually look up here, let's see if I can just build up onto the top of our house. We actually have Santa, and this is ho ho ho, Merry Christmas from 2020. This Santa was built in 2019 though, and this little sign was built in 2020. So hopefully again we can do it for 2021. But let's get rid of this tower and head on with our tour. So we've got sugarcane every once in a while, just for farming, because I have a big library, which I'll show you later, which I need a lot of sugarcane for. But if we actually head around to the back of the house, we have got campfires, which are just, just awesome. You can cook stuff on it if you want, which is pretty cool, and I've got a few of them. Right here is our big flag. This stands for Atlas. I call this town the town of Atlas, which is pretty neat, if I do say so myself. And we've got a dock right here. And there are actually two more docks. There's one far away over there, which you can sail to if there was a boat here. I usually have a boat here, but I don't know where it went. There's a matching dock that looks just like this one over there. And there's also one over there on that island over there. You can see it, but you can't see the dock, I don't think. But it's pretty cool anyways. But without further ado, let us travel on to the next item on our schedule today. Right here, we've got our very first mine. This was one of the first things we built. If you go down here, you actually see we've done a little bit of mining progress. I usually do this offline or off camera. As you can see, there's a mine shaft here as well. But off camera, I come down here and mine every once in a while just for funsies. There's strip mines every once in a while. And I also have this big room, which I wish it was bigger, but it's pretty cool still. And if you actually head this way, we've got a whole attachment to the mine shaft, which this is where I mine my obsidian for everything. But that's about it down here. You can see there's mine shafts and whatever. Just the typical thing. There's stuff that goes that way and stuff that goes this way. It doesn't, I mean, they don't go for that far. You can pretty much see the end, but it's a fair amount of mining. I don't mine that much anymore, though, which I might have to start again, but don't have the time for it now. But I'm trying to be as quick as possible because there's a ton of stuff to show, and I want to get this done as fast as possible. This right here is a little railway that takes you to the other side of our town, which I'll show you really quick, and then I'll come back. But basically, you just take this boat, and you just start going. It goes really fast. Look at this. And the reason why these are blue torches is because they won't melt the ice. But as you can see, you get to the other end really dang fast. So that takes you to the total other side of the town. So this is the fastest way to do it. But we are still going to tour on this side of the town for now. So I'll show you guys what we've got over here. But that's pretty cool. We've also, for transportation, we've got a launching pad, which is up here. Basically what you do is you run up here, and you can just fly I've got an elytra, and you can fly to the other side of town. And there's also a launching pad on the other side of town, which you can use, which you can fly back to. Let's see, what's next? We've got this big giant dam. Basically, there's just water under here, which I eventually want to like drain. And so like all of this down here, I want to drain the water out of and have it where it's just empty. But as you can see, I have it nicer on this side. There actually is like a proper dam right here. So it does look good. All I need to do is just like soak up all the water, and then I'll be good. But it takes a lot of time to do that, so I haven't gotten to it yet. This is one of my first big projects, and it's still not finished, so we'll have to finish it soon. This is my little totem of these little things. I forgot what they're called. They're called the ominous banner, and I've killed quite a bit of those guys, so they're just sort of sitting there. This is my episode 50 statue. For episode 50, I made this big giant thing, which is pretty awesome. And it has 50 flowers and the number 50 to know that I completed 50 episodes, which is pretty awesome. Then we've got a sheep farm right here, which is one of our first things. And actually, if you check in these chests, they've got a few things of wool, but it's got almost every color, which I'm happy about. Then we've got a melon farm and a pumpkin farm here. And we've got a nether as well, which we'll head in there for a second. Yep, we'll head in there for a second. Hopefully we do not get trapped in here. But we've got a nether with a nether hub, which is pretty awesome. And then, oh my gosh, are we getting hunted right now? Why are we getting hunted? I don't know. I literally could not tell you. But what we're going to do is we're going to head up here. Anyways, there's a big, long... right there's a big long path that goes for like 1,000,000 miles over that way. And then we've got a little bit of sky, sky bridges every once in a while. Let me actually see if I can get a sneak peek of this. Yeah, see that? It just goes for like 1,000,000 miles, which I'm not going to show you too much because we are getting hunted by this giant swarm of zombie pigmen, which hopefully we can go in before. Okay, perfecto. Awesome. Okay, anyways, there is our nether portal. I made it look all nice. And then we've got a worldwide map, which this is everything we have. It's not updated because there is a few things over there and a few things over there, like the maze, which is right there. You can't even see it. It would be right there. But I haven't updated the map, but that is our current map, which is pretty cool. And there's also roads I built since last time, which is not on here. But I will update it soon. We've got a baby tree farm, which I built, and then I was going to expand, but I never did. And this is our very first home. This was our first starting cave. This is where I used to live, just for like the first 10 episodes before we built our house. But that is where my first little cave was, where I stayed the night. We've got horses, which are awesome. They've got all this different stuff on them. They've got all horse armor and saddles. We've got a little wheat farm, and then we've got a cow and pig farm, which usually has about 1,000,000 cows and pigs in them, but we got rid of them for lag purposes. And then, also, I forgot to show you one thing over here. If we head down and do here, we've actually got a little mini farm section with wheat, potatoes, carrots, and beetroot, and those on the other side correlate with them. So, like, there's beetroot, carrots, wheat, and potatoes in those chests, which is pretty cool. All right. So, if we head over here, we will continue to move on. We're going to go to the right of the library for now, and we'll actually show you the library while we're here. Here's the library, which has been built from episode 80 to it's still being built. It's mega library because it was too big to build. But if we get into here, we've actually got a lot of bookshelves and stuff, and the reason why this one has not been finished yet is because bookshelves are impossible to make. And it takes a super long time to gather all the materials for that. But here is the front, and it looks pretty cool. And that is it. Next up, we've got a giant pumpkin house, which it's one of my favorite builds. It looks exactly like a pumpkin. It's got beds, and it has even a chimney right there, which looks pretty cool, and a table. But it actually looks like a jack-o'-lantern, which I really love. We've got an ice cream shop, which is right here. And you can go into the back and get people their ice cream cones. You can get red, orange, blue, green, yellow, white, gray, or pink. And all you do is just come and stand in line to get them, which I really love. Anyways, then we've got a mushroom house, which I actually made with real mushrooms. You can actually head inside, and then there is a little storage room, and then a place where you can eat and cook. And then if you go upstairs, we've even got a place for you to sleep, which I love. Next up, we have got the vine wall, which is where where I mine all of my vines. If I ever need vines or mossy blocks, I come here and mine the vines. And then we've got a bamboo pit, which grows bamboo for me. And then we've got a turkey tower is what I call it. And it has a ton of chickens that I breed and stuff. Then here is a village, which it used to be uneven. This whole place used to be uneven. It used to be mountains and all this stuff, and I flattened it all out. And now there's a ton of stuff here. But with the village, I actually left the houses and I elevated them all. So these are actually all the same heights that the houses were. I just added little podiums and extended the things down, which is pretty cool, pretty neat, I think. And up here is where I keep my villagers that I trade with. If you actually want to take a look here. Yep, they're here. You can't see them, but I don't know. There's one. There's one. Okay, yeah, I keep this guy here, and I trade with him. I believe he has mending. He's got mending, and I believe there's another guy up here, and he sells something good, but I can't reach him now. But besides that, if we go back over here, we've got the rest of the village, and I've got a few more things to show you. Now, I'm sure you're wondering what this giant monstrosity is. This is our mega tower, which we have been building for a while, and I'm extending it into the air more and more each episode, which is awesome. And I'll show you what's in there in a second. But before that, we've got our little mini house, which is one of my favorite builds in the world. It's the smallest house I've got. It's got plants, and it's got a crafting table and furnace, books to read, a bed, and even a chest right there if you want to store stuff down here as well. But it's nice and small. I like it. It only takes up 3x3 blocks, so look at that. I mean, it's an awesome house. Now, this is the Mega Tower, one of my favorite builds in the world. You go in here, and this is the little entrance. I don't know what you call this, the lobby. It's got tables and a front desk. This is floor 1. You head to floor 2, and there's nothing here. There's just red carpet that leads you to floor 3 because there's not that much space with this balcony here. But floor 3 is the blue room, which I have not finished yet, but it's basically just blue with with blue couches and stuff. But I'm going to add more blue to it soon. It's not finished yet. And then floor 4 is a yoga studio, which the instructor would stand on this purple mat, and everybody else would stand on these blue and green, which is pretty cool. And watch, and that's supposed to be a mirror, but that is it. That's all for the yoga studio. If we go up to floor 5, we've actually got a restaurant, which is pretty awesome. You can either sit in a booth or a table or the big table, or there's even a bar. And this is the kitchen, which people come in here, and there's all types of food. There's potatoes and chicken and raw pork chop, carrots, meat, and raw mutton, and which is pretty cool. I just realized there's no furnaces back here, so how do they kind of cook it? And then there's a bar right here with where the bartender would stand. You would sit, and they would serve you. And then there's a little exit here, which is pretty awesome. If we head up to the next floor, this is actually one of our newest builds. This is actually a bank. Here's where you talk to the guy. You say, hey, can I get $40? And they basically what they'll do is they'll go back here, and they'll stand here. They'll be like, yeah, I'll get you $40. And this is also like break tables they can stand at. Give me 1 second. Oh my goodness, I can sneeze right there. Basically, how do they get the money though? They've got to use their company ID, which is this paper. Oh. They've got to use this paper. They throw it in, and it opens the door. Basically, what they do is they come pick up their pass once more, and then the door shuts. They grab whatever money they need, and then they go out of the door and pass it to you, which is pretty snazzy, if I do say so myself. And that is it for the Mega Tower. That is all we've built. There's also a few blank floors, which this one's blank. And then this one is also blank. But this is actually the highest point of our world at 103 blocks tall. That is 100 blocks tall. And there's also another launching pad right there, 100 blocks tall. There's a parkour right there, which is higher than this. But this will be taller than that soon. So I'm excited about that. This is something cool. This is actually a mob farm, which I discovered not too long ago. I used to have to travel to get XP and stuff, but if you actually head down here, we've got a fully functioning mob farm, which there's a creeper in there now, but it spawns skeletons. There you go. Drops down there. You can look at them, and there's storage and stuff here as well. But if you actually head farther down here, then you can just sit here and kill them. They will drop right here for you, and you can just kill them up, which is pretty awesome. And then here's some of the drops they drop, which I come down here for XP sometimes, but it's pretty awesome. Next up, we have got to show you our roller coaster, which I don't think there's a minecart here, but it works just as well without a minecart. Basically, it takes you up here, and it's really cool because this is the only thing that has powered rails. This is the only part that has powered rails, and then besides that, you just fly around the track. And I actually really want a minecart, but that's okay. We'll show you this again later. But if you were wondering, this is where our path I showed you at the beginning brings you to. This brings you to the other side. And this is just a scaffolding cube, which I thought was a neat idea, sort of. Not really, but it's pretty cool. Scaffolding cube, pretty awesome. Then we've got a rainbow and a New Year's balloon. This New Year's balloon was made for the year 2020. As you can see, it says 2020 on it. But it's just a balloon. There's nothing else with it. There's nothing inside or anything. It's just a balloon that you can climb up onto if you want. Next up, we've got a tree house, which is right here. Man, there's a lot of stuff to show you. I did not think it would take this long. There's a tree house, which has a bed and just basic stuff, which is awesome. This is what I call the world tree, which is the center of the world. It's not the center of the world. It's actually not even close to 0, 0, but it's got 4 paths that go off of it all the way through our town, which is really cool. Then we have got a pool with diving boards and stuff. And then we have a fake nether portal, which is just another portal you can jump into and fall down. And then you're in the nether, sort of. As you can see, it looks like nether, sort of, besides the fact that you can just look up into the portal. But you can also just exit through this little trapdoor off to the side of it, which is pretty awesome. This, I believe, is Jerry, our water tower friend. He's a water tower, and he has a face, which is awesome. Pretty cool. We head over here. We've got Easter egg houses that we built for Easter one year, which is awesome, which is really cool. Then we head over here, and we've actually got a marketplace, which I don't think they sell anything. It's just markets, which people run. Yeah, they don't sell anything, but they can sell stuff. But they've got nice matching roofs and stuff, which is awesome. And then the Valentine's heart we built for Valentine's Day. We've got a tennis court right here, which is awesome. Never played on it because it's only a single-player world, which is sad. There's the parkour that was supposed to lead up to a giant flying island, but I died falling off of that and then lost all my good stuff, and I did not continue the project from there. Then right here we've got a small automatic cactus farm, which they grow every once in a while and drop down, which I've actually got a few stacks of cactus, which is pretty cool. This is actually the 150 monument, so just like at the beginning, I showed you the episode 50 monument. This is for episode 150 with 150 flowers, which is even cooler. Then right here, we've got a bakery with cakes, which is awesome. And this is the guy who attends. He owns this place. I forgot his name. I should really add a name tag to him, but he sells you all the cakes. And this actually looks like a cake too. If you can actually take a look at the top, it's got the Minecraft cake style look, which is awesome. It's got the cherries on top and everything. If we head over here, this is our film studio, our new studio. It's got a green screen area, and then it's also got a camera looking at this broadcasting station, which people will sit here, and this is the news, and they will talk, and you will watch. This guy will record it, and then it will be aired everywhere in the city, which is pretty awesome. Next up, we've got a little ship that I built, which is one of my favorite builds. Is that a glow squid? Man, I didn't know. I guess he floated up from the cavern. That's pretty awesome. But this is a little ship we made a while ago. It's not very big, but it's got all the stuff you need. It's got furnaces and bedroom quarters. And then it's got the captain's quarters as well. And even a steering wheel up at the top, which is pretty awesome. Next up, we've got a little berry farm inside this little berry hut. This is one of my favorite builds. Like, look how cool it is. It's even got that nice little window in the top, which I really like. And if you ever want berries, I mean, you can come here and get some. We've got this little lava parkour section, which you can stand above. We'll actually go do that now, and hopefully I don't die on this episode 200. But it's pretty easy. You just jump across here and there, and there's lava that will try to kill you while you go through. But it's pretty awesome. Little lava pit. If you look at here, we've got a little hole, which is pretty organically pleasing. You can head out down here and look at everything. It's pretty organic, nice looking. Just, one of those builds that looks nice, that doesn't do anything, but it's pretty cool. Next up, we've got a armor shop, which I tried to make look cool, but it didn't really work. But we've got a few different armor sets. We've got the king set, which is all gold, the fairy set, which is pink, the ghost set, the cactus set, the blood set, the water set, the poor set, which is just like for poor people, and the night set, which is pretty awesome. I really like that. It's one of my cooler builds. Then over here we've got a fishing hut, which basically you can just buy fish and jazz. You can buy fishing rods if you want, or you can just use the fishing rods and fish right here for fish. But I think that is everything over there. Over here we've got a tree house, which you can head up into, which is pretty awesome. If this is the only way you could get up. You just climb up this these vines and then enter. And it's actually pretty overgrown in here, but it still works. It's got tables and the basic amenities, and then you can head up here to the top room and sleep and have a chest. And then over here we've got the modern house, which is just a house. It looks modern. It's over here on the edge of town. It's pretty stone based. It's just got basic stuff. Bed, and then chest, and then a little balcony. It's not too fancy, but it does look a little modern, more modern than my other builds. And that is it for this side of town. We're going to continue on to, I think, our last quadrant of the day, which is everything I'm going to be showing you. So right here we've got a castle, and if you go to the front of the castle, you may look at it and be like, hey, how do I get in here? It's actually got this little secret little place. You go down here and you press this and you enter through the front. That actually sends a signal over to the front door and opens it up, and you can head on in. And then this, okay, yes, I understand what that does. So you can get up here and see the top of the castle just like this. And this little pig has been here for probably 100 episodes. He's pretty awesome. But this, so if you come over here, you can't get in there, but you got another lever that opens up that. You can head in here, and you can go to the middle of the castle, which is pretty awesome. Pretty snazzy. And that's it for the castle, but we're going to go ahead and close that door, and then we're going to head out here and close the other one. And what we're actually going to do is we're going to fly up. We're going to fly over to this treehouse and take a nap really quick, just so it is not nighttime and we don't get killed. But as you can see, look, there's torches everywhere. You see that? Look at that. There's torches everywhere. I mean, you don't notice them when you're running around, but you can definitely see them when you're there. Actually, when you pay attention to them. But without further ado, let's head over here. Next up, we've got a gas station, which you just come in. And you can fill up your car and stuff. And you can enter here and buy the stuff in these chests, which is nothing. But Clyde will sell you them. He's the honorary gas station attendant. Then we have a little garden here, which is really nice. It's just a flower garden. And then we've got a turtle hut, which I need to get another turtle in there. And there's one right there, so I could get him in there. But we're doing a world tour now, so I won't try to catch him right now. I'll save you guys the disgrace of me having to catch him in like 20 minutes. Next up, we have got a Halloween cat, which this is our cat. Or no, there's a Halloween bat for Halloween. Basically, you press this button, and he shoots fireballs, and his eyes light up, and he makes sounds. Which is pretty cool. We've got this giant Christmas tree, which we made for Christmas, and then we've got this giant nether portal, which we made not too long ago, which looks pretty awesome in my opinion. You guys have to let me know what you guys think of it. But I've even added like little pillars off to the side, and you can actually go all the way to the top. And I'll actually do that for you now. There's actually stairs that take you all the way there. You just got to be careful while going up there, um, because it is a rocky road. But it's pretty awesome. I do like it a lot. But this will take you all the way to the top, and it can even show you the detail we put on top as well. We put little flames and stuff, which is really awesome. Next up, we have got a ice skating rink, which is really cool. Basically, you just come over here and skate if you want to. And I put these blue torches around it so it wouldn't melt the ice, which I ran into a problem with that earlier. Next up, we've got a lightning tower, which if you head up to the very top, you can actually take a look. It's basically just an empty tower, but it's even cooler when you get to the top. I've got a little place you can come out to the top, and you can actually see. I guess you won't be able to see. We'll have to fly up there. This is a good overlook of our town. That's the lake. That lake has been there since day one. I've never changed that lake. I terraformed the whole space, but I never changed that lake. But if you see, there's a little lightning rod at the top, which was added new with this update, and it will track lightning. And then I've got a copper little shelter out here, which I did not finish because I actually don't have enough copper. But that copper roof will be built sometime, but it's going to be copper, which is cool. Next up, we've got this. This is the arrow station, which is pretty awesome. Basically, what you do is you hop on here, and you try to shoot this arrow at the light, which is pretty hard, actually. Oh, I got it. There we go. Okay. Well, it's not that hard, I guess. But basically, this is going to fly you back and forth, and these lights light up in the middle, which is pretty awesome. And it basically, that's it. That's all it is. But it's pretty cool. I like it a lot. And then, if you want, you can actually come up to the top. And basically, so you don't lose arrows like left and right, all you do is climb up to the top, and then you can run over and find your arrows, and then you can just drop down the middle and pick them all up, which is pretty awesome. I think so. Next up, we have got a volcano, which I have built. This volcano is just built. I built it up, and there's snow right here because I spawned in about 1 million snow golems, but they all died or something somehow. They all ran away. But this is a nice little volcano, which is pretty cool. Oh gosh. Anyways, this is a volcano, which I'm struggling to get to the top, but there is a way to the top. I know there is. But this is the volcano. It's pretty awesome. It's just a bunch of fiery stuff, which is pretty cool. And then we've got presents, which I made for Christmas one year, which is awesome. Christmas presents all around, which they're very cool. And then over here, I've got a graveyard, which every time I die, I put a grave in. So as you can see, I've died that many times, which is the equivalent of 13 times. I've died 13 times, and there's a grave for each one, which is pretty cool. And I'll add each one more every time I die. And then we've got a lighthouse, and you can climb up to the top, and you can see everything. And they've got lights, which it doesn't really light up anything, but it's the thought that counts. I always like to say, which is pretty cool. And it's a fairly good view of everything. Pretty awesome. Pretty snazzy. But we'll just drop down the middle of here. And the last thing I'm going to be showing you guys is we have a maze. We have a maze right here. And basically, I'm going to fly over to the other side of it really quick. Okay, not like that. I'm going to fly over here. And basically, I have a timer that I use every time to record my goes. And my top time to get through this maze is 22 seconds. And then 23 seconds. And then 26 seconds. But if we hop up here and take a look, you can actually see it's pretty nice. The maze is nice. I've got the I know the way through it, but to someone who doesn't know the way through it, it actually is a pretty decent maze. Basically, what you do, there's two halves. You go through this half, and then you got to reach this fountain, and then you run through the other half and get out that way. But it's pretty awesome. But I think that's it for the tour. Before I log off, I actually want to give you guys a brief rundown of my stats, because I did last time. If we actually open up my statistics, you can actually see all these statistics, like 4,000 animals bred. You can see the damage I've dealt, 60,000, which is a fair amount. all these different stats. I'm not gonna read them all off, but I'm just gonna run through them all. Jumps 260,000, which is a fair amount. I have sneaks for 5 half a day. Um, Time with the world open. Oh, I guess that's the longest time I've had the world open. But my play time is 8.5 days. And if you guys don't know, I never AFK on this world. So 8.5 days is a fair amount of play. I don't AFK, so that's a lot of time spent on this one world. That is pretty much it. I don't know if I can find deaths. If I find deaths, I'll let you know. But I'm sure it's in here somewhere. It's in there somewhere. You guys can pause the videos and look if you want to see. But here's my items mined. So my items mined, I've mined 88,000 dirt, and it just goes down like that. I'll just go through a brief little look at it. There we go, there we go. There's all of the, okay, there's a lot of blocks, so I'm just going to scan through them all. My least mined block is a saddle. But that is it. Times broken. I've broken a lot of shovels. Times crafted. I've crafted a lot of torches, of course. My whole world is torches. Times used. I've used shovels the most with 124,000 blocks. Picked up a lot of dirt and then dropped a lot of dirt as well. My mobs, I've killed 1 axolotl, and here's just all the stats. Just go through all these. Bam, 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 bam. A lot of skeletons. Let's see. A lot of zombies. I wonder, is there pigs? There's pigs, 32 pigs, and then cows is probably a lot as well. 1,000 cows, almost 3,000 chickens. That's it. That's pretty much how it goes. But those are all my stats. So I wanted to show you all these because I did last time. So this is what I've got. Mob kills, 7,000. And I never AFK, so this is pretty impressive if I do say so myself. I'd love to see you guys, though. But I think that's going to be it for today's video. I'm pretty sure I showed you everything my world has to offer. I hope you guys watched it all. If you guys didn't and you guys just skimmed to the end, that's cool as well. Whatever floats your boat for this video. But I just wanted to give you guys a chance to see my whole world. It took me 40 minutes to tour it, and I didn't really go too in-depth with it. But that's my whole entire world. I hope you guys did enjoy. But I think that's going to be all for today. If you guys did enjoy, please leave a comment and let me know what you guys thought. If you guys want to see something built or explored or done in my future episodes, please let me know. Without further ado, I'm going to continue on to the next 100 episodes, and I guess I'll see you guys at episode 300. But until then, thank you guys sincerely so much for all the support with this video and with all of my videos, because this journey would not have been possible without you. I wouldn't have stuck with this world if it wasn't for you guys. I probably would have played for about 3 weeks and then stopped. But we've built stuff, and we've kept building, and we've kept mining, and we've kept exploring, and it's been a wonderful journey. So I hope I will see you very soon. But I guess I'll see you guys in episode 201. That's going to be weird. But thank you guys so much for joining me for episode 200. Until next time, I am Adam Webb. I love you guys so much. And I will see you in the next video. Peace out, guys. Love you so much. Bye-bye.